Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and it is May 1st. Can you even believe it? It's 10:30 Eastern Time on Friday, May 1st. Happy weekend, happy Friday. And I can see Dina's on here already. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta get on here so that I can see comments. Hi, Robin. I can see you're on here. Carrie's on here. Sometimes I can't always see. Oops, I need to refresh this, I guess. I can't always see. Wow, you're shared already. Nice job, Robin. Thanks. And Carol Eckert is on here. Good morning, sunshine. Sorry, this is, as I said before, this is why I haven't done it in the past. And now I got a 0. It is a sunshine, gorgeous day. So I have a cute story. When my kids were little, I would often say, "Good morning, sunshine," and wake them up in the morning, and then we'd go snuggle in my bed. Or no, Tyler wouldn't. Tyler would get in my bed before it was even, before he was even awake. He would just climb in to snuggle after Dad was gone. When Dad left for work at some point in the morning, Tyler would climb into bed with me. So Liz was pretty little. She was, I would say 2, maybe. And so Tyler and I were already in bed snuggling, and I heard Liz wake up, so I went and got her. Good morning, Kathy. I see lots of people coming on. Oh, and I have this so that I don't see comments. Just a second. Sorry. I'm trying to do this new thing, and I'm causing problems for myself. I heard Liz wake up, so I went and got her and brought her back to bed with Tyler and I. And she was totally awake. She was, at the time, more of a morning person, I guess, early on. And so she was laying in bed, 2 years old. I can still picture the cute little jammies that she was in. She's laying there, like, kind of snuggled up to Tyler, says, "Morning, sunshine." Oh, I love memories like that. I have them. I don't know why kid memories just stick in my brain. I mean, I don't know that I necessarily remember every single thing about my kids, but I remember kid memories, and both of my kids and my nieces and nephews, and sometimes I remember, I don't know, I just remember things that even my brothers and sisters or in-laws don't remember. Just love my kids. So every now and then when I say morning sunshine, I'm like, morning sunshine. I love it. So I'm so happy to be here with you today. I am sharing alternate ideas for the paper pumpkin kit that we got this month, April. But before I get to that, I was recalling that I talked to you about it's called Share Sunshine. It's a perfect day for today. Perfect thing to talk about. Stampin' Up! Put together a digital stamp set that they're making available to anybody. It's not anything that I get commission on. It's totally a give back product. So it's a digital stamp set. You can go to the website and download it. It is $12, and it's all having to do with some are cute little things, and some are just thinking of you type things and whatever. I haven't looked at it really closely, but I've downloaded it. I still need to print it. So by Monday, my next live, I will make sure to have printed one so that I can actually show you. But you download it and then you just print it on white cardstock. Well, white is easier than on colored because colored is thicker. So at least for my printer, honestly, I can't remember now if I've tried colored in this printer or not. It's maybe a year and a half old, something like that. But white is always easier. Anyway, so my plan is to make cards from that kit on my live on next Wednesday. So for sure on Monday I will show you like what the images are, but I have posted it on my blog. I've posted links on my blog. I was having problems with pictures a couple days ago, and then my blog totally went down. It wasn't just, it was the company or whatever that hosts it. Anyway, so I will make sure that is everybody still here? I'll make sure that I print them so that you can see them, but you can go see them on my blog, or you can see them. I was able to post pictures on Facebook here. So I'm using them on Wednesday. And so if you get it, print them out in color and in black and white. I don't know if they come both automatically. Okay, good. Thanks, Dina. I was going to try to print them quick before I got on, and you know me. I was here on time today, but I didn't get what I wanted done. So anyway, I will have them Monday to show you, so you can have them Wednesday to stamp with me. So I can see Dawn is here. Hello, Dawn. I still have to send out your card. So I think that's it for now. We are a few days away from demonstrators being able to pre-order product from the new catalog that's coming up and order our catalogs. I was going to mail some directly to people who are far away or whatever, and I waited too long. Oh, it makes me sad when I do that. Hi. Oh, Jennifer is on here too. Hello, Jennifer. So anyway, I will have catalogs in a few weeks. It's going to have to be porch pickup for most of you. But if you want yours earlier, and if you want to be able to pre-order product from it earlier, you can join my team. I would love to have you. So the starter kit is an amazing deal. You save 30% on your product because the starter kit is $99 and you get to choose $125 worth of product, which is a 20% discount right there, and you don't pay shipping. So that's a 10% discount there. So it's a good deal. You only pay $99 plus tax, and you get to choose $125 of product. And so you can get started. Even if you just want the deal, you can do that. If you just want the discount for your own purchases, that was kind of why I wanted to start. But then, like, I knew that somehow I just knew I wanted to do classes. I don't know why. I just, like, I'm going to do this right. So anyway, I've been having fun, and I would love to have you on my team as well. So if you have questions, ask me. Otherwise, go to my blog. You can look around there, click join, and like read about it and stuff like that. But feel free to ask me any questions too. So I'm going to start out with reminding you what the most recent paper pumpkin kit was. So this is what the samples looked like. You get coordinating envelopes and all that. And I just remembered I need to wait a minute because I need to draw my names. So my versions of these, so I'm going to draw 3 names today. My versions of these were, because even though I said I was going to do it the way that the kit just said, I changed it. Okay, so here is the first one. That was pretty much just like what they did. And then I changed, let's see, this was the first one. So I changed the second one to, I didn't want the leaves all across the front here because I wanted the saying. just to remind you, it says, life's greatest blessings begin and end with family. It is in families that we learn to love, teach what is important, and grow together in love and laughter. Grateful for you, happy to be yours. I just like that, and I didn't want to cover it all up. So here was one version of this one that I did, and here was another one. So all three of these cards I'm giving away, and I have all my names loaded up. Loved them, but couldn't get in my comments on... Oh, that's weird. I don't know why that happens. You watched the replay on... Did you share? I don't remember when that was. Honestly, I have no idea why that happens. Okay, so I'm going to start the drawing. So I have, I know. Dot shared already? Thank you. Oh, Dot, you just won. You're my first winner. You have been so lucky lately. Okay, so you're my first winner for today. Yay, Dot. Okay, I'm going to pick another name and start. Hi, Penny. I'm glad you're here too. I'm drawing names. Dot is my first winner. Alexa is my second winner. Woo! She already has this kit, but she gets one of them that I changed up a little bit, so that works out. Pick another name for my last one. Thanks for sharing already. And Sherry won again. Woohoo! Congratulations, Sherry. Oh my. Hey, did I give you your cards already, Dot? Because I feel like I must have missed some, but I remember giving you one directly to you. Maybe was that the last one that you won? Okay, so congratulations, Dot and Alexa and Sherry. Now I'm going back here. Okay, now I have my drawing done. Remember that if you share, make sure that you comment that you shared, because depending on people's settings, I don't always see when you do it. So I want you in the drawing for when I give away whatever cards that I'm making. So I know, 2 in a row for you. I will put them in with your class packet, make and take packet. You got the cows. Oh, fun. I will put it in with your make and take packet that I'm sending, as long as I remember, of course. Sorry, my throat's already dry. Gabbing away. Okay, so I showed you my cards. Now I'm going to make some alternate ideas with these kits. So I'm going to put you down. I got to unbackwards you. I don't know why it goes green like that now. And upside down you. And here I am. Okay, so I need my cushion, remember, because I'm using photopolymer. And photopolymer has no cushion in it, unlike the red rubber stamps. There is cushion right here, so it needs that for some reason. So I use our paper piercing mat, or stamp and pierce mat, I think is the technical name for it, and so that's what I use. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this piece. So this was like the inside piece. I'll show you this one again. So I just cut part of this piece off, okay? So this is going to be what I'm going to stamp on. So I'm going to show you this stamp set again. Oops, I got to get it the right way so you can read it. All right, so there's a tree half and a tree trunk. There's this adorable little string of butterflies. Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day, Dad, Mom, Brother, Daughter, Sister, Son, To My Wonderful, so you can put that with those. I'll always be here for you, and family, where life begins and love never ends. Oh, and I'm glad you are in my family. So that's what this stamp set is. The kits are no longer available, but if you sign up to be a subscriber, you can get the refill kit. So if you have this kit already and you just really liked it and want all the supplies, you can get the refill kit for just $10. Okay, So I have this, and what I'm doing is I'm using the, this is the tree trunk. Sorry, I was trying to straighten this out a little bit, and then every time I do that, I just smack into the camera instead. All right, so I'm using soft suede here to make my tree trunk. I didn't want it quite so dark, so I chose soft suede. This is just the set is totally my style because it's just kind of a chunky style. Like that just looks like a play tree trunk, you know, it's like not for real sort of thing. And then what I want, oh, I want some scrap on here. I'm just gonna turn my paper here a little bit. Sorry, had a phone call coming in. All right, so this is some shaded spruce cardstock. So kind of the idea of alternate ideas is you're using products from outside of the kit to work with the stuff that's in the kit. Sometimes it can be you're just working with the stamp set. Sometimes you're using parts of the kit besides just the stamp set with other things that you already have. So I already have shaded spruce, cardstock, and ink. And so I'm going to ink up these trees here. Or these leaves, I should say. And then I'm going to, I'm done with that. I'm going to use my 1.5 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to punch out the center of it. So coming back to my tree here. Oh, where'd my dimensionals go? I forgot to grab big dimensionals. There's probably some here somewhere, but I'm just going to use my oh, I have a tiny little piece of it, of a big dimensional. I'm going to use dimensionals to put this on top of my tree. So peel, oops, press it down so it stays. Peel the backings off. Here's my chunky tree. I love it. Okay, so now what I want to do, I also decided that, do you guys remember me showing you the Ornate Garden, the dies and stuff like that? One set of dies is non-orderable. It was all popular already. And the other set of dies is on back order. But I had a bunch of pieces that I was showing you of all the things. And this is just a single skinny little die that is an edge. So it's a, oh, it was the Ornate Borders is what it's called. And so I cut this down. I actually made it skinnier. I cut it down and I'm going to put it on this card. So so you can't exactly see it, but there's the holes there, and then right next to it there's stitching, and it just makes it really cute. So I'm going to put this on here. There's my piece. And I thought I was going to put a butterfly on here. I don't know that I want to do it. It's definitely oversized, which is okay, because it's just kind of, oh, I want it. Ha! That sealed it. It just landed right on there, and it was looking too cute. Alright, but I don't, do I want it popped up? I don't think I'm going to pop this one up. So, I'm taking it off the side here, because I'm trying not to get adhesive on my, this thing. Can't always think. Okay, so I have the butterfly on there. And then I want my greeting. I'm going to use early espresso for my greeting. I always like my greetings kind of dark. That's the wrong one. So this one is, sorry, I'm working in a tiny space because I have a mess. So this says, I'm glad you are my family. And I'm going to put this right here. So by the way, this also is early espresso. This is the soft suede. There's not a huge difference, but there's enough of a difference that, there's stuff in my way up here. There's enough of a difference that I just wanted to make the change. Ah, I'm loving it. Okay. So, what do I want to do? Oh, I'm going to set this aside for a sec. And so I have a Crumb Cake card base and a layer of soft suede to bring that soft suede back in. And I wanted kind of a big border. I usually go for pretty small borders around the outside, but I wanted it kind of big, so I actually cut a 1/2 inch off. So this is actually 3/4 of an inch, but 3/4. No, it's 3 3/4 of an inch by 5 inches. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm gonna put this down. I keep getting all the little dimensional backings on here when I pull my adhesive out. Alright, so we're going to put this on here. And again, I wanted this background to be good again. Okay. Oh, I love this card. Okay, so here is my card. And one little thing that I want to do to it is, I was originally going to put pearls on around in here, but I decided what I want to do is put pearls on the body of the butterfly. There we go. And it's all done. Isn't it adorable? I love it. Okay, so that's my first card. I'll set aside. So that one is up for grabs. You just have to share my video and then let me know that you shared it, and then you'll be in a drawing. Okay, so I'm doing something a little bit similar, and I'm using the other card base like I did on the last one, and I'm also using, I don't know if you remember, but well, no, I'll show it to you when I'm done. But there was, no, I am showing you because then you'll wonder why in the world she's bringing that color in. So this was ribbon that was supposed to go on one of the designs. Where is it? And it just didn't work with my, it was underneath this greeting right here. And it just didn't go with the new design that I changed to. So I'm bringing in Melon Mambo. And so eventually I'm going to be doing this. Do I need... Yes, I do still need early espresso. And I need pear pizzazz. So instead of adding the whole amount of leaves like I had done, remember yesterday, or what day is today? Today is Friday. So Wednesday, I stamped half of the leaves on this side with that big one that I just used on the top of the chunky tree, and then stamped it again on this side after I traced these that were already down here. So instead of using that big stamp, I'm using this little stamp that I had used. Oops, on this card. This little tiny leaves. Oh, I just did it upside down, but you guys are seeing me straight on, so sorry about that. So I'm taking pear pizzazz, and I'm just like adding leaves in between the flowers that are there. Okay. It's almost like I'm coloring or something. suddenly gets quiet. Okay, I think that might be good. We'll see in a minute. All right, now what I'm going to do, I'm taking this Melon Mambo, and I'm using my 2 1/4 inch circle punch, and I'm punching out the middle of it, which actually, so I'm making sure to punch in the middle. First of all, I'm making sure to look like the border here and the border here is pretty even. But I can only get in so far, so it's actually a little bit off. It's not as long down here, or it's longer down here than it is here. So what I want to do, though, is I'm going to make this layer. Actually, I decided I want to stamp it first. First, I'm going to add that little cute string of butterflies. And I have that on. Gotta make sure they're up. Okay, so why is it? It's all rocking. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm gonna add them on here. Oh, I love these so much. I can't stamp off or go off my paper because I don't have my scrap across here again. Whenever I'm doing random stamping, I like having scrap underneath so that it looks totally random and I can just stamp wherever and go off the cardstock or whatever. I feel like I want more lines of it. This is such a tiny stamp, and these butterflies are so cute. I'll show you closer in a sec. Hopefully you can see them if I show them up close. That's just gonna do. Okay. Got an itchy nose this morning. All right, so here are my cute butterflies. Aren't they awesome? I love them. So they have like, here's the stamp right here. Is what it looks like. So there's butterfly and a couple dots running, butterfly and a couple more dots, and a butterfly and a dot. I love it. All right, so this is going right on my card. And by the way, I specifically did pay attention to, I forgot to check if there's, oh yeah, there's enough stamping. Maybe I want one more. I wanted this wider part at the bottom, so I turned it. Where's my leaf? One more right there. Okay, so we're gonna put this on here. I could have put, oh, I keep finding little holes. So I could have put this on dimensionals, but I didn't want to. So this is going here. Dot here. You're so funny. Actually, there is something wrong with dots. She's a stinker, is what. Okay, so here's my card, and what I want to do is as if I didn't put enough butterflies on here, I want more. These are big and cute and chunky, and chunky is the word for the day. You know you deserve it. All right, this is looking a little busy up here, but I'm still going for it. Where are dimensionals? Sometimes I really wish you guys were here so that you could tell me. They're right there. All right, so I am putting dimensionals on here. So I'm going kitty corner across from each other on the leaves. No, not leaves, they're wings. No, Nancy, you're wrong. You are wrong. That was the whole point of my comment. But I love her anyway. All right, getting the backing off here. I said the other day, I was in a meeting with our DDM, Shannon West. She's awesome. And she said something like, so do you understand or am I just weird? And I'm like, both. Okay, so here it is so far. Kind of busy. But we're going for it. Okay, so I'm adding more. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to let you do some input. I have some more stuff I'm doing at the bottom. Not tons, but... so what do you think on here? I want to put some more yellow pearls, crushed curry pearls on here. So do I go for on the butterflies again, or do I do the center of the flowers that are in what kind of looks like designer paper there? You tell me. What's your vote? Going to be majority votes, whatever I can see. Because sometimes I don't always see all your comments, even though I'm looking at you on my laptop while I'm doing it. Okay, so here's what I'm doing at the bottom here. I am flowers. 2 votes for flowers. So I'm using this ribbon, and I'm tying it around. Remember, this is a flappy kind of thing. Oh, and that reminds me. I don't know if Diane's on here or not. Oh, I don't know who Mary is at Newhouse. I don't know who you are. Thank you for joining and commenting. I don't know if Diane is on here. She was talking. I did I called it a gatefold card, but it was off-centered a little bit, and she said maybe that it was called a matchbox. It's not technically the matchbox, but I got the idea because of the shorter and the longer, because the matchbox totally tucks under. No, I think the Melon Mambo. I put too many butterflies. Sorry, no, you don't. Your vote doesn't count, Dina. Sorry. Okay, so anyway, I don't think matchbox is it, but alternate gatefold is what we're gonna call it. So I tied it just around this little part right here. So, and then I want a greeting on here yet. Love you, Dina. All right, so I'm going to put these on. Flowers takes it. So I'm going to put them where I see the flower centers and replace them with pearls. Oops. So Mary Newhouse, I hope I'm saying that right. Are you a demonstrator? Are you a, have you been watching for a while? Did you just find me? Who are you? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Let's see. One more, I think. One more that I can see, so that's where I'm going to put it. All right, so here it is so far. Can you see them? All right, now I need my greeting. So I didn't even use these the other day. This is, there's all these little tags or whatever you want to call it. Are they tags? We're going to call them tags. And I'm going to stamp. I was going to stamp a skinny little thing. Maybe it's still good. Maybe it'll take away from how busy everything else is. I just kind of went crazy. I don't like too busy. That doesn't work for me. So let's see if this evens it out just a little bit. So this is the greeting that I'm going to use this time is I'll always be here for you, which I had used on the That was the one that I had used on when I showed the Stamparatus on Wednesday. All right, so here is I'll Always Be Here For You in Early Espresso. And I'm going to put dimensionals just across the top here. Thank you for liking and sharing, Kathy. Happy demonstrator. Saw your video through Penny Orm. Oh, cool. Awesome. So are you under Penny, or are you just friends with her, or I'm glad that you're watching. All right. So I just did dimensionals on the top here because I'm going to overlap these. Oh, I smeared it. All right. I'm doing that over. I don't want to give you a smeary card. So let's try this again. I'm chucking it because I took the backings off already. All right. Inking this up again. So I have extras because I didn't make all the cards anyway. So this time, what I'm going to do, so if you know you're going to be smearing, the way that works for me, what I do is I'll flip it over on my scrap paper and then rub the back of it. Don't move it, just move your hand on it, across it. So now I have hopefully my extra there. If I smear this time, I don't know what to do. It's entirely possible that it'll happen too. All right. 1, 2, 3. Better. Okay, so I have my ribbon over here and my butterflies over here, so I want my greeting over to the left. And I have it just, I think I want one more in there. Oh, it's too late. It's down. I bet I can squeeze one in. I only wanted the dimensionals at the top of it because I was overlapping the gate part at the bottom. But I want a little bit more support right in the middle there. But still not sticking it. Okay, so here's my my card. Clearly I went flower nut, seemingly. So this is my other alternate idea. So I'm done stamping. I'm going to close all my ink pads up quick, and then I'll bring you guys back up. All right, upside down, yes, backwards, and hello. So I always like to show you these when they're back up because the color always seems better. Hi, Alexa. Hey, if you just got on, you were one of my winners from last time. So you get an alternate idea because I didn't totally do it. Just tuning in and go back for the replay. Okay, cool. But you're one of my winners, and so you get one of the, you were a second person, so you get one of the, where I changed it up just a little bit. I went rogue is what I said. Okay, so here's my card that I just got done making. And here is the first one that I made with it. I love it. Okay, so that's all that I have for you today. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. I totally love, like, this one is totally my style. I just love this so much. So both of those are up for grabs, so make sure that you share. Let's see, what else do I have to share with you? I can't think of anything. So my next live is on Monday. I will be here, unlike last Monday. Did you guys miss me? I had a club, and it actually went pretty well. Thank you. I'm glad that you like them both, Jamie. I hope that you win. Did you share yet? I don't remember. Any news on your job yet? Are you becoming essential? Getting to go back soon? I sure have liked having you be here when I'm live. It's always fun having people here and commenting while I'm working on stuff. And even better, even though I'm distracted, like when I'm trying to get it set up, that was really annoying to me. I want to be focused on you guys. But pink is always a favorite here. Awesome. I like being able to see your comments while I'm stamping, so that if you have a question, like while I'm doing something or while I'm talking about something or whatever, I really like that. So, okay, gotcha. Anyway, I'm glad to have you here, Jamie. Just was curious. I was thinking about you. Okay, so I think that's it. So happy Friday. Enjoy the sunshine. And I will see you on Monday. I don't know what I'm showing yet. Anybody have requests? I know you love the laughter. I can't help laughing. It's just, that's what happens. And I will be back Monday with printouts of the digital stamp set, because I will be using that stamp set on Wednesday, and I would like to stamp with you again. So buy the stamp set. The proceeds 100% goes to you can choose United Way, or the other one is what's the word? Starts with a C. Not convicting. There's a word. Controversial right now. The other one's controversial, but you can choose United Way, which is still a global, but maybe more in the U.S. I don't know. But 100% of the proceeds go there. I don't make a commission on it. It's not anything that I get credit for. So actually, Stampin' Up! Is doing it where I guess somehow it goes through some other website. You click on their website, but then it goes through something else as far as payment goes. So, anyway, I just want you to buy it. So it's going to companies that will directly benefit frontline workers and countries or areas that are very much hit with this pandemic. So anyway, I'm going to use the stamp set on Wednesday. So what you do is you print it out on white cardstock, and then you can cut it with your paper trimmer. So the printout stamp set is printed on cardstock. We do no stamping. Exactly. Well, I mean, for the greetings themselves, or the whatever those stamp sets are, you print those parts out. But then obviously you can stamp backgrounds around it or whatever. You can see samples on my business page here on Facebook and the community page. And I only put my pictures weren't working the other day when I tried to post on my blog, but you can see some samples there, and what Stampin' Up! Did with it. But yeah, it's not a physical stamp set. It is a software that you download, and then you print. You can print it in black or in color, or maybe it prints in both. I don't know. I haven't printed it yet, so I haven't seen my options. But I will have it printed out on Monday, so if you're still iffy about it, you'll see it on Monday. But then I'm using it Wednesday, so you can stamp with me Wednesday. Okay, that's it. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.